Let's separate ourselves and become that dynasty that this organization is building.
We're trying to make this thing something that people will never forget.
Whenever we step on that field, you will know stagnation.
It's about continuing to build a legacy on and off the field.
They're going to give them an opportunity to work in there. They're going to help teach them while we're trying to teach them at the same time.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Hy-Vee Chiefs Insider, which comes to you from the Chiefs Hall of Honor. The Kansas City Chiefs have already made history. They will host a fifth consecutive AFC Championship game, something that's not been done in a league that began in 1921, and will try to win this, a Lamar Hunt Trophy, for the third time in the last 5 seasons. This week, the Chiefs will entertain for a second consecutive year the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, we're going to get you ready to win a Lamar Hunt Trophy like no other show can. We'll be under the helmet with Chiefs Pro Bowl center Creed Humphrey, who he and the rest of the offensive line had to elevate their game when Patrick Mahomes went down with injury. Also mic'd up, Jerick McKinnon. He's had a historic season and has been so effective as a runner, receiver, and a blocker. Matt McMullen will join me in Kingdom Conversations and talk about the hot Bengals who've not lost since Halloween. And we'll have a special feature on Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. He too made history last week, getting a 20th playoff victory, but 10 with 2 different franchises. That's never been done in the National Football League. But first, let's go back to the divisional playoff round. A heroic and courageous return by injured quarterback Patrick Mahomes and a win over the Jacksonville Jaguars in our Chiefs Game Day recap. Today, it's the Chiefs and the Jaguars in the divisional playoff round.
Trying to make the AFC title game for the 5th straight year.
We come to play. Let's go. We come to play. Yeah.
Play out well to him. Did their play out well?
Hey, enjoy this moment. Cut it loose. Play together. Play fast. Believe in each other. Let's go win a football game.
Second down, goal to go for the Chiefs at the Jaguar 8-yard line. 3 tight ends to the right of Mahomes. They'll roll that way. Off reverse action. They find Kelce inside the 5 and lunges into the end zone. Trots in, touchdown. Mahomes to Kelce. Teaming up for 6 as the Chiefs score on their first drive of the game.
It's only one, huh?
Game tied at 7. And Mahomes throws it late. Pass is complete to the 45 to Blake Bell. And now Mahomes is hurt. He got hit hard on this play.
Looks like the ankle got twisted up under Arden Key as he got sandwiched as he let go of the football.
And Mahomes, as he wanted to come out, Mahomes stays in the game. He is really feeling it. And the Chiefs are going to try a 50-yard field goal attempt from Harrison Butker. Spinning kick that is good. And the Chiefs get 3 points out of the drive, and they will attend to Mahomes.
Watching between plays here. Chad Henne's been warming up. And the defense has to come up with some more plays. 2nd and 5.
4 minutes into the second quarter, Chiefs lead 10-7. Now pump fake. He's sacked. Frank Clark gets him and sacks him, and Frank Clark has 12 postseason sacks now, 4th all-time in NFL postseason history, a loss of 4.
37-year-old Chad Henne taking over at quarterback, the former Michigan Wolverine from out of his own end zone for Travis Kelce.
Chad Henne, in his second playoff game in his 15th year in the NFL, hands it off, and Pacheco gets hit. Now he gets off the hit. 40, 35, Pacheco at the 25, sprinting all the way down to the Jacksonville 3-yard line. Isaiah Pacheco, grab a bucket of guts. It's a 40-yard run by the rookie. Second down and goal to go at the 1. McKinnon coming on sprint action. Now they throw it near side. Kelsey's got it. Touchdown! Kansas City sprinting inside the near front pylon. And Chad Henne leads a 98-yard Chiefs touchdown drive.
That's how you drive right there. That's how you drive right there, baby.
And the Chiefs will have Patrick Mahomes in at quarterback. You can hear the reaction of the crowd, and they're chanting MVP, MVP. I said the most eventful 12 minutes of the season might have just happened at halftime. Townsend will hold. Winchester will snap it, trying to put the Chiefs up 2 scores. Butker's kick is up, and he has got it! And the Kansas City Chiefs lead 20-10. Second down, goal to go for the Chiefs. 20-17 Chiefs. 7:22 to go in the game. McKinnon sprints in motion to the near flat. Mahomes now steps up in the pocket, throws lane wide open, back of the end zone. Touchdown! Kansas City! And are they helping Mahomes up here? He is limping off the field. Mahomes paid the price, stayed in the pocket, and a jump throw on that bad right ankle.
Hey, no, we're not done. We're not done. We're not done. Let's go.
27-17 Kansas City. Now a pass to the right side, and the ball's out. Kansas City's got the football. They recover the ball at their own 3-yard line. Nick Bolton comes out of the fray with the ball.
Give us one more stop.
Right at midfield, 4:09 and counting to go. Chiefs lead 27-17. A lot of rookies down the second. Here comes a blitz, and a right side throw is going to be intercepted. A one-handed grab. Jalen Watson goes up and snatches it out of the sky with a one-handed interception. And Mahomes will go to a knee, and that will be that. It's victory for the Kansas City Chiefs, and Andy Reid makes history. 10 playoff wins as head coach of the Chiefs. 10 playoff wins as head coach of the Eagles. No coach in NFL history has ever done that. Coming up on Hy-Vee Chiefs Insider, he's the catalyst of the Chiefs offensive line, Creed Humphrey, and a special feature on Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. Chiefs Insider is brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. And your Midwest Ford dealers, the official car and truck of the Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome back to the show. This week, the Chiefs go for an AFC Championship against the Cincinnati Bengals. And if they're going to win this game, it'll be the offensive line to maybe lead the way. Creed Humphrey took the league by storm as a rookie. Pro Football Focus highest-rated rookie at any position last year. He's backed that up with a Pro Bowl season this year. Let's go under the helmet with Chiefs second-year center, Creed Humphrey.
We got some big body maulers. Creed Humphrey, 6'5", 312 at the center position. That's normally like a left tackle.
I knew it'd be a lot of hard work. I knew it takes a lot of time and dedication to be good in this game, especially when you get to this level. Hard work comes natural to me, things like that. So it's always just been something that I feel like I prepared for my whole life. I always keep pressing forward, no matter any difficult times, anything like that. Just always keep pressing forward and trust the process that you're following, trust the path you're following, and just keep pushing through any hard times or anything like that. Probably does seem like a straightforward path of going, high school, being a top high school athlete to a top college athlete to a top, athlete in the NFL right now. But it definitely came with hardships, Plenty of people along that path telling you you're not good enough, you're not going to be able to make it, things like that. Being denied, going to different camps and things like that. Coaches telling you you're not good enough to play at their school, things like that. That definitely happened early on, and I kept pushing through. And as long as you keep pushing through, though, it sets up well for you. So eventually those coaches ended up coming back, wanting me at their school, things like that. But there's definitely hard times, but you just got to push through that, not take anything personal, and just roll with the punches and keep pressing forward. And a screen pass right side to McKinnon inside the 5. He dives for the end zone and somersaults. Touchdown, Kansas City! And the Chiefs against the #1 red zone defense, only allowing 9 touchdown passes all year. Now they've given up 11 for the season. There's nothing more fun than playing football, so that's the way I treat it. It's a job, it's your career and everything, but you got to have fun with it, or else it can really start to wear on you. So I've always been one that just tries to have as much fun as I can out on the field. It helps being around guys that we have in the locker room. We have a really good locker room around. It's just a lot of fun out there. Getting to go out there, work with your boys, and just get after it. And Mahomes will go to a knee, and that will be that. It's victory for the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. You know how hard it is to win postseason games in this league, and the Chiefs just got the 9th of the Patrick Mahomes era over the Jaguars. First thought you have to have is, don't take any of this for granted. It's very hard to get to where we are right now. For us, it's just about going out there and, playing like we know we can play. And if we do that, it should be successful for us. It's a tough game, though, and we got a tough opponent.
It don't matter if it's sunny, if it's rainy, if it's snowy, if it's hailing. We're coming to play. We're coming to play, yeah?
The most eventful 12 minutes of the season might have just happened at halftime.
We got you 15? We got got you, brother. We got you.
And the Chiefs will have Patrick Mahomes in at quarterback. You can hear the reaction of the crowd, and they're chanting MVP, MVP. I said the most eventful 12 minutes. 20-17 Chiefs. 7:22 to go in the game. McKinnon sprints in motion to the near flat. Mahomes now steps up in the pocket, throws right open, back of the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And are they helping Mahomes up here? He is limping off the field. Mahomes paid the price, stayed in the pocket, and a jump throw on that bad right ankle.
Come on, bro. All we need is a stop. All we need is a stop. All we need is one stop.
Right at midfield, 4:09 and counting to go. Chiefs lead 27-17. A lot of rookies now in the second. Here comes a blitz, and a right side throw is going to be intercepted. Goes up and snatches it out of the sky with a one-handed interception.
Let's go!
And Mahomes will go to a knee, and that will be that. It's victory for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Anything else you want to say about the Chiefs and the statement that they make? Because everyone expects you to be here.
Man, Chiefs Kingdom, man, keep coming, man. We're going. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Back to you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
So we have Chiefs and Jags Saturday, 3:30. Andy versus Dougie P, and quarterback hair versus quarterback hair.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence has got the great hair.
What more could you want?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's crazy is when I was a kid in junior high school, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, my dad would go in early in the morning, and at that time we had shop classes at the junior high school, and so I'd go in, and our woodshop teacher would get in real early in the morning, and my dad would drop me off at the junior high school, and I'd go in with a shop teacher and do woodworking. And I did that for 3 years. I kind of got used to getting up early, and then by the time I got to high school, I did the same thing and got up early, and I kept it going. So it's just a little bit before 4 a.m. and we're heading to work. This is normally a typical in-season day. Normally you're at the office till 11-ish, somewhere in there, sometimes later. You know, if you're there too long, then you start getting past midnight and into the 1 o'clock area, then you have to buy it on this back end here in the morning. It might take another 15, 20 minutes of sleep, you know, just so you have enough rest to stay sharp. I had a mother that was a doctor back when women weren't doctors. I had a father whose parents were immigrants that came to America, you know, and had to work their butt off. And those are all great foundation builders, I think. Greatness is normally measured by how you do in whatever field you're in. Inevitably, you're conquering something that's been laid before you or in front of you, and you're dominating that to the best, you know, to the best of your ability. That includes being a great person. If you're a great person, you conquered the evil side of it. You're excelling at treating people the right way. So, yeah, during the season, you've got to go through a process. So there's steps to that, and some of them you really enjoy, and some of them you kind of don't.
Think about this. Andy Reid's worst season is 9-7. That was 2014. That was the only year he didn't make the playoffs. 4 straight AFC title games at Arrowhead Stadium, 2 Super Bowls in that span, including a Super Bowl victory. He's 5th all-time in wins, 3rd all-time in postseason wins, and he's the perfect guy at the perfect job in Kansas City. And now, the last 4 years, they just keep winning.
We always tell the players that we're going to give them our best and just expect that in return. in my case, giving them my best means I've got to get in here and get organized so that when we produce the day to them, that it makes sense and there's not a lot of glitches.
When I was coaching with the Giants for 14 years, Andy was in Philly. I heard a friend one day tell me by the name of Leslie Frazier. He told me probably 20 years ago, he said, Dave, if you ever get a chance to coach for Andy Reid, make sure you sprint towards it.
He's super highly competitive and loves people.
I just step on your toe?
Oh, it's all good, Coach. I'm in your way.
No, you got to watch. I got quick feet.
I'm in your way.
One of the most experienced guys, in terms of longevity in this league that we've been around, and yet he attacks it every day like it's his first year in coaching.
All right, here we go. One-on-ones here, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. We're challenging each other right on the 25. Let's get after 38 today, man. Holy Toledo.
He's the same person that he was as a college coach. He's the same person that he was as a position coach. He's the exact same person that I played for as a player in 1999 with the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's tight. I mean, it was one of those, the knee goes down and goes in, so it's really tight.
Find out if you're any good.
What's that?
We'll find out if you're any good at this.
He's just a great person that I wish everybody could have an opportunity to just sit down and talk and enjoy a conversation with.
Chiefs Insider is brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. And your Midwest Ford dealers, the official car and truck of the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a history-making AFC Championship game here, so why not be in the Hall of Honor for this Kingdom Conversations? Mitch Holtis with you again, and joined by Matt McMullen, senior team reporter. And here come the Bengals, a team that has not lost since Halloween. People forget, though, the Chiefs have lost once since Halloween, and that was to the Bengals. And they had a 4-point lead in driving before Travis Kelce got stripped of the football. But this Bengals team is hot, and they basically dominated the Buffalo Bills in that game in Buffalo in the divisional playoff round. This is a Cincinnati team that is playing at a high level in all three phases.
Yeah, and it really begins up front. So there's a lot of talk about how the Bengals are missing 3 of their starting 5 offensive linemen. There's been a lot of injuries up front, but they've found ways to overcome that this season. And a big part of that, obviously, is Joe Burrow and the season that he's been having. He has the second quickest release time of any quarterback in the NFL this year at an average of 2.49 seconds. We talked all about Trevor Lawrence last week and his quick release time. Joe Burrow is even faster than him. Look, 2 weeks ago, though, the Ravens dominated the Bengals up front. We need a performance like what the Ravens did 2 weeks ago, because that goes a long way in slowing down those hot starts.
Now let's go over to the defensive side. Mentioned they get off to fast starts, too. This is a defensive team that was 4th in the league, only 620-plus yards allowed. And in total points allowed this year, the Bengals defense was top 5 in the league. So this is a defense for Cincinnati that maybe gets overshadowed by their offense.
Yeah, it's interesting. So they've won 10 straight. We already established that. But in their last 8 games, all victories, they've scored more than 30 points offensively just 1 time. During their 10-game winning streak, they're only allowing 18.5 points per game. It begins with that defensive front, though, that you mentioned with Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson, DJ Reader in the middle, BJ Hill, some very good defensive linemen. So the Chiefs offensive line will need to be up for this challenge here in this one, because they have to make sure that pass rush does not get to Patrick Mahomes, especially when they're not blitzing.
And I found it interesting in talking to some of the offensive linemen, when Chad Henne had to come in at the 2-yard line against a good defense, every one of those offensive linemen just kind of rose up and said, put every backpack you have on my back. But I get the sense that this Chiefs team is ready to be physical and ready to attack the Bengals. If the Bengals are going to beat the Chiefs, they're going to have to beat the Chiefs.
That's why football is the ultimate team game, and I expect the same thing here in this one. There's a lot of chatter out there about people disrespecting the Chiefs. This is a team that knows what they're capable of, and I say bring on that disrespect. We'll see how it plays out on Sunday.
And Matt, like I've said all year long, you can doubt the Chiefs, you can disrespect the Chiefs, you can dislike the Chiefs, but you're going to have to deal with the Chiefs as they look to put the Lamar Hunt Trophy back in this Hall of Honor for the 3rd time in the last 4 seasons. Thanks for joining us on this week's show. The Chiefs go for another one of these, winning a Lamar Hunt Trophy and an AFC Championship for the third time in the last 5 seasons. It's crazy to think that a franchise that never hosted an AFC Championship game up to 2018 has now hosted one for 5 consecutive years, an all-time National Football League record. And if the Chiefs can beat the Bengals, they're going to head to a spot where they began this remarkable season, Glendale, Arizona, and Super Bowl 57. And we'll get you ready right here on Hy-Vee Chiefs Insider.